Well, hello, Ken R. Johnston. This is T.J. Morris, and we are live. The music's not rolling. So, hello, everyone. We are live and on the air. We're expecting Mad Thomas Becker to join us from Georgia, Ken R. Johnston from Albuquerque area of New Mexico, and maybe some other people coming in later. We're going to see. But I am Theresa J. Morris, and we have a Mad Painter coming on Skype here in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about UFO Association, Alienology, a new group. We're going to start with X-Filers on line with our Alien Contact Organization. We have a lot of people that post, including John Greenwald. And now it's time. Okay, hold on. And
I'm with you all the way.
Okay. That was 1 minute and 11 seconds for all of you people out there that count on everything that we create here with this out-of-this-world group of people. It gave us time to hook in to Mad Painter, and I'm going to get Ken R. Johnston on here, and we were getting together on our Skype to get Brett Luter on from California once he gets in, maybe tonight. Okay, let's get started here. UFO Association tonight with your host, Theresa J. Morris, Ken R. Johnston Sr., and Tom Ahmad Becker. So let me get everybody introduced here. Ken R. Johnston Sr., Albuquerque area. You want to start and introduce yourself to everybody, please? And then
sure. Those who don't know me, I guess I've been around for quite some time, all the way back to the end of the Gemini program at NASA, and then working for the Grumman Corporation as one of the 4 civilian astronauts, consultant pilots. That we tested the lunar modules in the vacuum chambers, and then from there moved on to tracking things that we found on the moon, and went out to work for the Boeing company as a 737 flight instructor for all the 730 airplanes. Not all of them. There were a bunch of us pilots, of course. And then wound up here in the close to Roswell, not terribly far since I live in the same state. And my main objective and goal is to get the truth out there and get the facts and information that so many of us were involved in part of, but so many of us were told not to talk. And after a while, you get the point after I'm 77 now, and I'll be dadgum if they're going to tell me to shut up. I'm going to tell it like it is. So how's that, TJ?
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much for supporting all of us, and that's what we're going to try to do tonight is talk about some out-of-this-world topics. Mad Painter, introduce yourself, please, since you're helping us.
My name is Thomas R. Becker, and I go by a Mad Painter on the Internet. I'm a talk show host, would-be author, somebody buy my books. And I'm just very inquisitive about paranormal, extraterrestrial, anything strange and unusual.
And you're a radio host yourself on Revolution Radio. And am I coming in okay, Matt? I swapped phones.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Loud and clear on my side.
Good. Put it on my cell. I put the other phone down, so put it on mute. It's the home phone, so I'm using two phones tonight. But this is something that we're experimenting with, folks, after 7 years. Whereas I'm usually working with Tommy Hawksblood and Janet Carroll Lesson, and they each have their own radio shows and websites, and we're going to do what we can to see if we can't get other people involved in a Friday night show, and some other people would like to come on. I've talked to Dave Emmons, who was on Janet's show last night. He had contacted me on Facebook. He's had some sightings, and he's going to come on maybe next week. And Brett Luter of California. Now, he's been around. He's a journalist. He majored in journalism, and he's helping on, I believe, KCOR or KGRE, one of those in Vegas areas, as a co-host over there. But we'll work all this out with other gentlemen. But tonight we have two really great people that I've enjoyed working with. And I'm picking up some feedback, but that was okay.
And my fault. Sorry about that.
And we're learning, and we're training, and we're going to work with the UFO Association, the Alien Contact, or aliencon.org is the website we have. We have UFOsecretspace.com, and we've sort of branched off, and today I've got Alienology I started for Dave Emmons and fill in, but we've also got Alien Hunters with Daryl Sims, so we can talk about why we're separating these groups based on the type of jobs people do as alienologists. They study aliens around the universe, and Alien Hunters, Daryl Sims, they actually are looking for implants and stuff like Steve Colburn, and they used to do Dr. Lear, and he's since passed over, but Daryl's still out on research. He's been on several television shows with Alien Hunters, and he's a good friend, and I told him we'd keep up the Alien Hunters, those out there that like to look for aliens, and we have some groups that are doing just that, a lot like the paranormal groups that go in and do other things, ghost and poltergeist and haunted houses, and that got to be known a lot on television shows. And then we have some that do cryptozoology, and some with Bigfoot, Yeti, and all those types are cryptozoology. And I do phenomenology, and just about handles everything under the consciousness and how the mind works. And Mad Painter has been graciously helping us with artwork, and he's writing his own science fiction books now. He and I had a science fiction contest, gentleman, with John Goodwin of Galaxy Press in our ERACOP. That's for an acronym that many of you may not know, but ERACOP. It's for Educational Research Association Community Online Press. So we have that going too. And Ahmad and I enjoyed talking about science fiction writers and how we could get involved as new writers in the science fiction world. So we're talking about that with Ken tonight. And also Ken has an author's book, and all three of us are authors. So we're going to talk about quite a few things of how all this is going to work together in this new reality we call the Ascension Age, with the raising of consciousness, and how we can all work with those above that we believe alien civilizations exist. Now, Thomas Becker does two shows on Revolution Radio, one for 4 hours on Sunday morning and one on Monday night called Open Canvas. So be sure and look at revolution.radio for a Mad Painter, Thomas Becker. Now, Ahmad, can we call you Tom starting tonight, or would you feel odd if we called you Tom?
Just not late for supper.
Okay, well, that's good. That's exactly what I say. Please don't call me late for dinner because I want to eat. All right, well, because I've got Tom and Mad Becker. But you are writing now. Your paintings were mostly under a Mad Painter, right? But your books are under Tom Becker or Thomas Becker?
No, on my paintings it just says Ahmad, just one word.
Oh.
And my books are under a Mad Painter and T.R. Becker.
T.R. Becker. Okay, I'll start putting, Tom, I like the name Tom since My husband was Tom, but I'll put TR, start putting R in here so people will know, hopefully, when they come back and look for all these archives, who you are. So, Thomas R. Now, I know Ken is Ralph Kennedy Johnston, but Ken, are you going by Ken R. Johnston? How did I get that flipped? Have you been using...
Well, yeah, the problem was that the other Ralph Kennedy Johnston Jr. said, Dad, you're going to have to start putting senior at the end of your name because too many people say, oh, you're Ken Johnston. And he said, no, that's my dad. So, no, sometimes I'll say R.Ken Johnston, but it always put the senior at the end of it, and you'll find me.
Okay, so Ralph Kennedy, and I love that name. That is awesome. It's a very strong name. So I'll put R period. R, and I like the name Kennedy, but we'll put R. Kennedy Johnston. I'm going to change that on tonight's show because we're running them, and then I pay extra money to make sure they get uploaded on YouTube. On I think it's TJ Morris Agency, and maybe under TJ Morris Radio, Theresa J. Morris. Anyway, spent a few hundred to get it out there, not to mention Stitcher, iTunes, FM radio, a lot of places, folks, wherever you listen to your live podcast. We appreciate you tuning in. Now, we're hopefully going to keep this
and
for
she'd
you.
Appreciate some donations.
Yeah, we're going to get Ahmed to start helping us run the board and start getting, after 7 years, start acting like the others out there that help us get information out.
Yeah.
Now,
donations the only thing that keep us going.
Well, that would be nice,
right?
Yeah, if they would help us once in a while. So we're going to start hopefully giving you enough information that you want to play with us and find us in social media under our various groups. That we have a lot of people, and Ahmad's very gracious and tunes in, and Ken both. They watch their social media, their Facebook. Now, real quickly, Ahmed, do you have a Twitter account like the President of the United States by chance?
Yeah, I do, but I don't go up there very often. I do post some of my shows up there, but I don't even post most of my shows up on any social media. If they want to hear the shows, they need to get the archives at the radio station. And
okay. All right. And what about you, Ken?
Which also includes some of my audio books are up there. If you're a member, you can get them too.
Okay, and
auto. I kind of forgot what the question was, TJ.
Twitter. Do you have Do you post on the Twitter like the president? The president likes to talk to people.
My wife informed
me
that I do have a Twitter account, but I have not yet learned to use it. I'm just now getting speeded up on Skype, as you guys found out today, and I do think I have it up. I can tell who's speaking at any rate. So, at any rate, we'll learn and we'll make it work. How's that?
That sounds great.
Answer all the emails and things that I get. I do my best, and then keep people informed. Most of it's on my Facebook at this point right now.
Okay, so folks, I guess Facebook for all of us, Ken Johnston Sr. on Facebook, and I'm Theresa J. Morris, but I've got TJ Morris Agency that's got some room. My Theresa Morris has 5,000, so I can't put any more on that. So people see all kind of Theresa Morrises, and they're probably all me over the years because I started in the beginning with them. And there's plenty of me out there. They are all me. I'm just all over the place. So we found out that
for every one of them.
Well, there's also another Ken Johnston out there and stuff. So you look for the guy wearing a spacesuit and the picture of me, and then you probably got the right one. So we'll go it that way. Okay.
Well, since Ken, you're probably the most well known, and Tom and I are more radio people, but I want to get it where people know that we all three have the same philosophy, that alien civilizations exist, and why we believe that way, and why I'm bothering to have all these free, open, social medias on Facebook and all these groups out there, including UFO Secret Space. People post stuff out there and listen to us, and I post this show